Welcome back, everybody. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Somebody's Cousins Lives. We're somebody's cousins. We might even be yours. So this week we're just two black Xennials surviving the algorithm. There is a lot going on these internet streets. Davita, I'm sorry. Would you like to say hello?
Hello,
You already said it.
everybody. No, go ahead. I'm listen. I'm ready
Yeah,
to
we
talk
have,
about the craziness
we
that's
have
going
so
on the
many things
internet.
to talk about. Oh my god. And some
I keep
things,
thinking to myself sometimes. I'll be like, can you believe, like thinking back from how we grew up, that these things are actually happening on the internet right now? What a
no.
time to be alive.
And it's so funny because we're going to talk about this more often, but when we think about what how the internet started and how we weren't even online before, and now we're all online, and how
Right. It was only
it just
certain
makes that even
people that had computers back in the day.
yeah,
Now
certainly here.
everybody has it in their
Yeah.
fingertips.
And everybody can see what you're doing all the time, which is also really interesting. But like, yeah, it wasn't always like this. So, yeah, we're all here to tell you how what we think is going on. Because what I mean, like, oh, anyway, I don't even want to get into that. I was just thinking about one of the topics for the end, but the major thing that's happening this week, I'm just going to start right off. Is this YouTube is doubling their requirements,
Yes.
and
Yes.
there are so many people reacting to this. I'm going to share my screen so you can see.
Yeah, because I'm like, when I first saw it, I was just like, oh, okay, they're
Yeah.
doubling requirements.
So basically, okay, here's what, and this doesn't affect everybody, and I don't know all the details, but this is going to tell us exactly what it is. But if you're not monetized yet, this only affects people who are not monetized yet and are seeking monetization. This only applies to you. YouTube is doubling the requirements for the watch time hours for you to become monetized, right, or monetizable. Whereas before it was 4,000 hours, now it requires 8,000 hours, but it doesn't take effect until next year. So early next year, February 1st, 2027. But at that point, moving forward, you'll have to get 8,000 watch hours and the same 1,000 subscribers. They're not doubling that. Because at first I was like, oh, they're doubling everything, but that's not true. First, that was my understanding of it, but
That
that's not
stays
true.
the same. Yeah, I thought that too. And then like so I'm not monetized, but I have I guess it's partially monetized because but I still don't have the watch hours, but I will be able to do like memberships if I had the watch hours with 500 subscribers. However, that's not full monetization, right? And so I'm wondering, okay, if we get the monetization on our channels before February 1st, 2027, right? Cool. We get grandfathered in at the what the current monetization standards are. But what if somebody gets grandfathered in, they lose monetization, and then they apply, like, you know what I'm saying? They try to because you got to keep those watch hours for 12 months.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that works. Like, do they automatically have to follow the new standards at that point? Or I don't know. I guess that's a conversation for another video.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if like I guess from whenever you first get the first 8,000 watch hour or whatever, sorry, however many watch hours. I don't know. We'll have to see how this story unfolds because I don't think they're going to change anything, but I don't really remember the detail of how that works. That part of it. I
Mm-hmm.
just like the maintenance of it, like because I know you are going to have to maintain some sort of, but I don't know how it's measured, right? Like if
Right.
it's for the date of, or if it's like
Right.
I don't know how it's measured. Um, but yeah, look, here's my take on it. It's 4,000 watch hours that are required until February 1st. So now YouTube just gave us a deadline to go and get this thing done. It's over, I think it's about 6 months. I think. Um, but even if it's not, like people have gotten monetized in a short period of time. I think
Yeah.
probably 4 to 5 months is a good amount of time to say, okay, look, if you're taking this thing seriously, now's the time to try. Now, if you try and you still don't get it, then okay, well, now those rules apply.
I mean, if you try and you still don't get it, that's not. I mean, it probably will. Like for me, right? It'll nothing will have changed, right? The standards will have changed, but I will just keep trying, keep doing what I was doing. But I am like you. I'm looking at that. I think what is it? This is August, so let's not count August. We'll do September, October, November, December. So we got 5 good months to get in there. You know
Give
what I'm
it
saying?
your best. Yeah. Get in there, do everything or do whatever you can do that's close to all the stuff that you've all heard about growing your YouTube channel. You can't escape that information. Everyone can sit down and write you down 3 ways to grow your YouTube channel, from the experts. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has that information. It's like be consistent and go live and go, talk about this.
I mean,
you want to follow
everybody can
everybody's
ask
advice.
ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, you don't want to follow everybody's advice, but everybody pretty much knows how to grow on YouTube. I think it's has the information or has access to the information. But look, it's like, if you know that this is the case, now is the time to do it, or it's just become a little bit further out. I don't think 8,000 is impossible either, and especially because I'm thinking about it like this. Well, 2 things come to mind. Is that if this is you're going to be the thing that you're doing once you monetize, right? You want to create a situation when you're making a stream of income from these monetizations. If that is the case, then you're going to have to continue to upload content. So so coming from the perspective of someone who's not yet monetized, who wants to be monetized, I realized that I'm going to have to work to get people to keep watching my videos if I want to continue to make money. So even once I become monetized, I'm going to have to keep getting public watch hours pretty much. And the thinking is really about YouTube as a business or like a corporation. Their goal is to get people on their platform, using their platform, sharing their platform with other people, right? That's their whole, they're selling advertising, like you said, to get people over here to be on their platform. That right there is like an opportunity to be in front of all of the billions of people who are involved in consuming this product.
Look, when you said that, how many people did you say watch YouTube?
Let me go back to my phone because I pulled it up yesterday. It was like 2.5, but I don't want to mess it up. Hold on, let me go back and look at it, okay?
Because also I was telling you about the little summit that I went to today. David Shands was talking, but one of the things that he talked about was how to make money on the internet. And he was saying that how easy it is, and he was saying that the short form content, if you're already making long form content, you already have short form content. You just need to chop up your long form content because that's like your sample, right? I'm gonna use an example that one of the people said today. When you be like in the mall, you go to the food court and you be like, oh, I'm about to go get some Chick-fil-A. But then on your way to Chick-fil-A, that little Chinese place be right there with that bourbon chicken. And they be like, hi, we got bourbon chicken. You want to taste it? And you be like, no, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. And they be like, here, have some. And you have some. And you're like, the line at Chick-fil-A is kind of long. What you say the special was? You know what I'm saying? They gave a free sample. So that little, the short form content is like a little blurb, right? A little point that you might have made or whatever, and then when people come to your channel, that is what keeps them the conversation. So I mean, I think that both of them are necessary. So I feel like 20 million is extreme though, because it's in 90 days. But then again, if you're doing
also shorts,
but if you're doing good shorts, then I can see it getting lots of views, but that seems extreme to me. 10 million I thought was a lot too, but
10 million, and this is after the fact. So right now it's 10 million until February 1st, 2027. But once you get there, here's what I'm looking at. they're going to want you to get that many shorts views every 90 days. That's what I think. That's the whole purpose. Like, hey, look.
Yeah, every 90 days. Yep.
And we want to make it harder for people who aren't willing to do that to get any of our money. Because what are y'all doing here? You're not welcome. Right? Like, we're looking for performers. You don't have to be like top tier performers, but we need you to be contributing enough where you're able to bring these in. Right?
Yeah, because if you're doing that, then you're definitely getting views, and you must be putting something out that people like.
Yeah. And we want those people over here. And that's the kind of content that we want in our corporation. And so here's what I'm thinking about that. If this is a bigger company that, here's the stat you asked for. Over 2.5 billion people use YouTube every month. And people watch over 1 billion hours of video every single day.
That's
1 billion hours of video every day.
That's crazy.
And so there's so much attention YouTube, and like the thing about it is like it just reaches through all the genre, like all the genres, all the interests, all the
I'm just thinking about the random videos that I watch and how I always come across a new creator that I'm not following like almost every day. It's like, how am I not following this person? Have I not seen this person already? It's wild. Yeah. It's why I be like, wow, like, another person I'm not following.
They're setting a standard for their platform that they're like, yeah, these are the type of people. And for people like me who are like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it one day anyway. I'm like, okay, now I better do it now or else it'll be harder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and I totally think I can do it. And if I get to the point where I get to February 1st and I'm just not quite there, that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. But the goal is
you will kick yourself not even having tried. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's worth a try. I'm going to try as well and just be consistent and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
And here's what's interesting too, because I think this is something that's looked over a lot, is that it is foolish to have the one stream of income. It's foolish to think like YouTube is going to be, I'm not going to say foolish, that's dumb. But if you're going to be getting YouTube income, you can be getting other income too. And so, it's a little, it seems a little risky from what I've seen to only rely on, or to rely on YouTube monetization as your only, you know what I'm saying, like as a major source of income anyway. So it's like, that's what we're talking about here. We're not losing access to this platform that we can just come and just create and put on to the world stage. Like, look, everybody's on YouTube. It's like the number one streaming platform too, or somewhere in the, let me not be quoting stuff that I'm not sure.
It was the number 2 search engine at one point, but that was a while ago. I wonder if it changed.
I need to find out. I'm about to find out right now. My point is, though, as we're thinking about how huge YouTube is as a platform, they can be more selective, and they can say, okay, well, this is what we want, and then it's more than fair to give a deadline. But the fact that this is only talking about YouTube monetization and none of the other opportunities that there are to create income streams based off of a YouTube channel. It's like a YouTube channel is a no-brainer, because whatever it is that you're doing, serving, researching, interested in, or whatever, there's somebody that's going to be on YouTube that's going to be interested in that too, right? Like, this is, everybody's watching this free platform. Like, it's free. But if you want to pay premium, not watch ads, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you're one of those people.
But I think I'm one of those people, because I'd be like,
yeah, I am.
Because because what happens is when you pay the premium, it gets split across creators. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they pay for, we don't have to watch the commercials, but it still goes to them. But yeah, I totally agree. With what you're saying. Like, I feel like at the point that we are in 2026, everybody, like, even if you're just a person that comments in a chat on YouTube, you have a channel. You just decide not to use it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everybody should just make a channel. Some people think everybody don't need a channel, but I feel like everybody should make a channel, because I feel like for me, the main reason is that it's leaving something behind, right? It's leaving some, even if you are like, I like when people do those videos like Mr. Beast did of, where will I be in certain this many years, right? And then that time passes and that video airs. Or those ones where people interview each other interview themselves each year, right? Like this year you would say, to your 2027 self, what did I do with this? Did I do this? Did I do that? Like I feel like that is just kind of like where we are in humanity. These are the tools that are here, and these are the things that people are doing. So if you're not there, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing
Because I know
online?
people consume, right? And you don't, I mean, everybody doesn't have to share their life, but I'm pretty sure it's something that you have to say or something that you would want somebody that loves you to come back and hear you say. You know what I'm saying? So when I
Yeah.
think about it like that, why don't you have a channel just to talk about, like I started mine talking about the I started mine talking about the reality shows because I was just like, oh my god, everybody else is watching. A lot of other people watching this, and there's stuff to say, and I have something to say too. And then when I go back and watch that, I'm like, that's what started this all, because it's like, yeah, I realized that I
Yeah.
didn't want to talk about this. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. My point is,
No, you're
everybody
not.
that has been trying to start a channel, the now is the time, because we get grandfathered in when we get monetized in this next 4 months, or within this next 4 months, we get grandfathered in at what the current standards are now. But even if you don't, like she said, like we're still like the video still serve a purpose, because YouTube monetization is not the end all be all. There are other things that can come from having your whatever you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
The things that you need to do to make your channel get monetized in its current state, because this is like also very fair to give this amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought when I first heard the news, I was like, oh man, they're gonna do this soon. I'll bet.
I mean, but you know
And
what? They
I saw,
can. You know why? Because they are the ones that pay the most. The platform that pays the most, right? That's why everybody is cool with them taking the ungodly amount that they take out, right? They take like 48
yeah,
now, I think it is, but they pay the most. So it just if you do get the meet the standards, it's worth it. But it's so crazy because there's so many things that you could do on YouTube. It's
yeah.
anyway. Obviously, I can go on a tangent on this, guys. I could talk about
I
this.
can too. I totally get it. I mean, look, we're passionate about this, and like this is what I really love about it. It's this idea that like I'm going to take this down. Um, but we're in this economy right now that's like, I'm not talking about the economy, like I don't know, I'm not an expert in that. I'm just saying like we're in this time and place right now where there's this um you know available bucket of earnings that you could earn from doing things like YouTube, that like why wouldn't you go and try to do that? Like what? And then all of the things that you can do around monetization, like that doesn't really involve monetization. It's like we live in a time where you can go and be exposed to so many people that have access to the information that you want them to have access to, like your Shopify or your whatever it is, like your channel or your other, like your art, whatever it is that you create. You're giving people access to that, and there's a marketplace to serve that, and you have this opportunity. And when we were growing up, you had to go out and make money outside of your home. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just like, all right guys, keep it quiet in there while I do this thing so I can, you know what I'm saying, pursue income. So I just feel like it's dope that YouTube even exists to be able to say, hey, I have a platform to reach people.
I mean, because remember, it wasn't even monetized at first. It started out as like
I don't remember that.
dating site or whatever. But if you think back, like when everybody was watching like natural hair, there's a bunch of natural hair people on there, and that's like
yes, I was watching that.
They would have to. It wasn't even live. They would have to upload videos, and then you watch the video. But it wasn't monetized back then. They weren't getting paid at first. And so then monetization came or whatever. But yeah, I mean, listen, I feel like everybody needs, like, you just never know what might inspire another person just from you living your regular life. I realized that, like you said, like back in the day, we didn't have any, you know, we couldn't come online and be like, hey, I've made this. If y'all want to purchase it, you know, you could go here. You had to go to a craft show. You had to go be a vendor somewhere. You had to have some type of, you know, outside business or whatever. But now you could make money off of just explaining how you live your regular life. If it's something that's obviously, and it's going to be so many things that are unique to everybody because we're all different. Like even somebody trying to open up a can of biscuits and bake the biscuits is going to be entertainment to some people because everybody does stuff differently. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know how to do these things. So I feel like the fact that we're all living different lives and we have different opinions on stuff, that's what makes everybody need their own channel because you have something to say. It's something in your life that you could contribute and talk about that you just don't know who it will help. Like I feel like I said, we should start saying the date too. Today is Thursday, August
13th. You should know.
Birthday, right? Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Because I feel like as we go on, even if we come back to this video later and be like, hold up, oh, we were talking about that. Just in case the dates get messed up on here.
Sure, I know, I hear you.
Anyway, clearly I'm excited about having a YouTube channel. I actually looked at my app today. I was looking at my YouTube Studio app for the 2 channels that I have. And the one said that I reached my 6-year anniversary. And then the other one said I reached my 1-year anniversary. And I was like, did I start them on the same day? I don't think I started them on the same day, but I'm going to go back and look. Like on the same day, but years apart. That would be interesting if I did that.
That would be funny.
But yeah, so like it's keeping milestones, and so it's like but in the time that I had it, I have grown a lot, even though I haven't gotten monetized. And it's so crazy because, like you said, some people will get monetized just like that, but it just depends on what it is. I guess it depends on who they are. So I don't know, you know what I mean? But it's just interesting. But I think it also has to do with consistency as well, which I know I have not been as consistent. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens. I can't lose nothing. I mean, I'm already here, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we're gonna keep talking about it because I think this is the opportunity for a lot of people to take advantage of, you know, what technology allows us to do these days. It's not like you're saying, you know, we don't live in the same world that we used to live in, and we can take advantage of it.
It's so crazy that everybody's not here. Even the people who were like,
what in that my state?
No, like like with watching what technology has grown into, and they've fallen out of it because they're like, oh, I don't want to get into that, or I don't want. And now we're here, and you don't know how to use nothing. You don't know how to like. You don't understand what's going on. That's kind of wild too. But that's another reason I think videos are like having a YouTube channel is good, because if you have something that you want to explain to somebody, it could be, you know, you trying to tell your father how to do something on the internet. Somebody else's dad needs help too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or even your perspective about like what it's like to experience something as whatever it is that you are. I think that that's really valuable information, and it's easy to share with strangers a lot of times, more so than it is to share with people that you know. And even we were talking about this a little bit about how, you know, it can get a little cringe when people from your personal life or your work life start to follow you online and sort of see, like, you know, what you're doing online, because it's like, I'm not doing this for you. Right. Like, and I appreciate our relationship, whatever it might be, our working relationship or whatever, or, you know, I might know you from around the way, or, you know, the grocery store. I don't know. You know, who knows? An old job, an old to whatever I was doing. But it's like, it's a very interesting dynamic to be exposed to so many people who you normally wouldn't be exposed to. So I don't know.
I used to have like I feel you there. Like I used to have like this big fear when I first started my channel of, you know, everybody that I know was gonna see it, and I didn't necessarily want them to see it, But I got to a point where I was just like, I'm not doing anything like that I wouldn't do anyway, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
being
not
me.
hiding it.
So
I'm not hiding it. I just wouldn't.
right. But there are people who, because I mean, I guess I don't look at it like that. I look at the internet as anybody can find you, anybody can see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I started off. But there are
Everyone
people
can
who
see
get
you.
on here and they be like, "Oh, my family don't be looking at the internet. I'm just gonna create this character, and this is what I'm gonna do." And people, this is like, "Oh, but I come on here with y'all." And I get off and I do whatever, and it's just like, wow, you don't act like that in real life. Like, what are you doing? So it's interesting, but I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. I was just like, people can see me. I don't want to be live. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
everybody's looking at me. But like I said, I think it has something to do with being here before the internet got to be what it is. It's like we looked at it as a certain, like, the doors open if you're on the internet. Everybody can see in the house.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
can see inside. Like the
But
window.
people,
Yeah, the windows are pulled. The curtains are
right.
back.
But it's like the
Family
generations
outside.
after us that were
Yeah,
here when cameras were always, always in your face or whatever, taking pictures and stuff like that. They don't look at, like, they just have I think they have a different feeling about the internet. They're just like, oh, it's just the internet. Oh, it's the internet. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The things that are coming out online now is just crazy. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
It's wild. I mean, but look, that's what we're here to talk about. But you know what? Some people do good with the internet, and I want to highlight a couple of those people right now. The first person we're going to talk about is Miss Rachel. Now, if you guys don't know who Miss Rachel is, boo hoo to you, because my son loves Miss Rachel. Icky, sticky, 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 bubble gum, bubble gum. Like, Miss Rachel is dope. Okay, I do know a little bit about her too, because
That's
I
hilarious
think
that
her
you
and
busted
Mr.
out in
Aaron,
song
I
like that.
think her and
Oh
Mr.
my
Aaron are
God.
married.
You were going to kill yourself. What are you doing?
Miss
Sorry,
Rachel and
guys.
Mr. Aaron are married, and they have created this huge brand from with Miss Rachel, with her, she's always known to wear a pink shirt and some overalls and some sneakers, and she teaches children speech, like, basically, and I won't say speech therapy, but she started her platform because she wanted to teach her son how to speak. Because I guess, it took her child longer to speak than they had wanted, so she had started to create this content for, and locally, for her child, and then locally, so other people could come and benefit from, because she has studied this. I think she went to NYU. I looked her
Okay.
up a couple years ago, so my history on her is a little rough, but she's very interesting. Obviously, she has a background in some sort of music, right? And I think she studied in New York music and, like, child psychology or something like that. Don't quote this. Go look it up, guys. We've all got the same quotes, right? You got the same accents. Go look it up. But this is my recollection. In like short order. So she wanted to help her child. She created this, like, not curriculum, but, like, she started singing songs and helping her, with speech therapy for a child. And then she started sharing it locally. And then she started recording it. And then a lot of people started finding her online. And now she makes, like, a bunch of money. I want to say her empire is like 40 million strong.
That's
Like,
wild.
she's good. But okay, anyway, just to give a little background on Miss Rachel. Now we can get into what the story is. So recently she's been doing a little bit of social justice work and support, and she puts out posts that highlight some of the things that are happening in our culture today. Recently, she is getting praise and backlash for supporting the family of Nolan Wells. Now, here's what's interesting. She's so funny, young. She was like, support Nolan Wells' mom, and she's really, empathetic about her losing a child. And she had first put out something about, well, she's now saying, like, keep saying his name. So she had this campaign going where it's like, say where you're from and say his name, right? So, like, oh, Cambodia, Nolan Wells, right? Like Amsterdam, Nolan Wells, like that. She wanted to just keep his name out there. I thought that was dope. And then she received some backlash because she's talking about this. I'm like, why would anybody be offended by this? Well, then she comes out and she's like, not everybody has to follow me. I'm paraphrasing here, but she basically was like, look, if partnerships get lost because I'm supporting this, well, those weren't in the bag for me. Like, I'm okay with losing those partnerships. Like, we're talking about somebody, that's important. So, as you were, she didn't say it like me or whatever. I was just like, go ahead, Miss Rachel. So, shout out to Miss Rachel.
Wow.
Yeah, she's posted this on her page, and she has millions of followers. Oh, I don't like to see this. This is so sad, but it happened, and we're here. This person has lost their life. It's so upsetting, but Miss Rachel's all on it, so that's great. And I don't know. I guess I just liked it, which I do like it, so I'm glad I did. But yeah, so that's dope to see. We're not covering the Nolan Wells case in great detail. I know others are, and we support those people, but it's good to see these things like this out there and know that people are good human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Our platform for good.
Yeah, it's good to see that out there. And also, there's someone else that I want to highlight who I've never heard of this person before, but I mean, like, who cares? Like, it's not that I have to hear of people. You know what I'm saying? Who cares if I've heard of them before? But this guy is really doing a lot for the community. I'm trying to pull it up in the background. That's why I'm taking a minute. But he basically is teaching children just like life skills and just different things. I'm going to find him in 1 second. There it is. New Emerging King. So he is on Instagram, right? New Emerging King is his handle. He is in this video, he's showing these boys like the details of how to clean out their ears and like under their necks, and he even goes more graphically than that. And he doesn't go into great detail, but I was so grateful for the way that he spoke about, like, hey, no, you got to do this. Because some people may not have learned that. And I just
absolutely
think that
we've met some people who see it's like I say that everything is up to your level of understanding, and that's across the board, whether it's your job, whatever functions you do. Like, it just matters like what you've processed and how you understand it. And everybody doesn't shower the same. Shower doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. Bathe doesn't mean the same thing to everybody. So I appreciate people like this because he's actually giving demonstration that some people probably never had. Like, I know you've worked with people or met people who have been like, it's been like, wow, my mom didn't teach me how to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the state that we're in. So okay, this is no, but for real though. No, but for real though.
Without the audio, because I heard it with the audio, but like he's so detailed, it's like you can see what he's saying. This demonstration.
But for real though, okay.
So grateful for this man. And
so I haven't watched the latest
that I did growing up.
I scrolled past a title of one of Kevin on Stage's videos called "Men Wash Your Butt" or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that one. Yeah,
was he talking about this guy? I didn't watch the episode.
I don't know if he was talking about him. So I saw something that he said. He talked about that. It was got to be like a couple years ago, maybe like a year ago, because I was living in that old place. I remember when I saw he was like, you got to point your toe and do all this. He might have even talked about
it. It's an hour long, whatever it is, and he's talking to. Oh. I think it's the one with him and Angel, or it's either him and his wife. I can't remember which one it is because he got a bunch of different. He got a couple of different podcasts that he does, right? And this one, it's recent. I don't know how long ago it was, but I just remember scrolling past it today, and it was like "Men Wash Your Butt," and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
But
he
no,
talks
like,
about like how you gotta point your toe and get in there, and this man is doing the same thing. And I'm grateful that that these people like are doing this, and he's really serious. I actually looked at some of his other content, and he was teaching some girls like not to leave their purse. It was one girl; she left her purse at the table while she went to the bathroom or something at a restaurant, and he you know, like was telling her like, no, you can't do that, ladies. You always gotta have your purse. Da, 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 da. But like, I just appreciate people like this because, you know, when he got interviewed about it, I was just watching the interview that he was doing. He was like, man, I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out here trying to, you know, give back to the community in these ways. It's like, you know, something really simple that you could teach. You know what I'm saying?
Something simple, but like I have seen people do YouTube videos about it, right? And people be in the comments like, who doesn't know how to wash their ass? And it's like, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like, yes, I taught my child very well how to wash himself, but that's me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. So
everyone is not the same, guys.
Yeah, because I be hearing, I also listen to like so many different podcasts, but I have heard people talk about men that they date that have like shit stains, or men that have musty balls, or like the other one that I heard the other day was dick cheese. I was like, what? So my point is, like, clearly people don't all wash the same. All right, now also I will talk about, I told you about I said something about the reality TV channel that I have. I really want to stop saying reality TV because it's reality and beyond, so it could be trending topics too. But anyway, Married at First Sight is on right now, season 20, and there was a couple who was in the bathroom as they were, you know, they just been married at first sight. They were winding down for that first night or whatever. Maybe it was the second night. I don't know. Regardless, they were both standing at this mirror. She was flossing and brushing her teeth and like washing her face and doing her whole nighttime routine. And after she did everything at the sink, she went and got in the shower and she was about to go to bed. He is standing at the sink with his washcloth, wiping the top of his head, the back of his neck, and then he goes and lays down in the bed. So later they're talking, and after she's all freshly showered, she's like, you know, oh, you're not going to take a shower or whatever she said to him. And he was just like, I mean, does it really mean anything if you use a whole bunch of soaps? Like, does that really mean that you're clean? It's like, what? What are we talking about here? And I was just so disgusted. So this goes right like this, and this is a man over 40. So you just have no idea. So I think that's good that he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's good. I gotta go back and watch it with the audio.
I've seen some really disturbing things online recently, but one of the things that always disturbed me is when people show these close-ups of people's teeth and they have like all of this like build up, like heavy.
Harder.
Yeah.
Harder. I don't understand how it gets there because, well, I do understand how it gets there. It means that you don't brush your teeth. That's basically what it is, because it's not even just about not flossing. It's like you didn't even, because if you wait too long, it builds up and then it just builds up or whatever, right? It's
We've been talking about it. I feel like it's talking about it always like that.
Because brushing my teeth right then and there. You could just stick your nail in there and just like pluck it off, and it's like,
oh, no, and it be always somebody that's talking shit, or like somebody who's like saying something ridiculous, saying something shitty. Right? It's like, why are you even talking with your mouth looking like that? I don't know why it's always that when I look at it online. But because it'll be somebody who like screenshotted and close in on it and be like, look at what are those? What is that? It's always like that. But
anyway. Again, everything, when you start looking at everything is up to a person's level of understanding. You know what it's like to brush your teeth, or what you think the definition of brushing your teeth is, because that's how you were taught. But you can't assume that just because somebody else has teeth that they're brushing their teeth just like you brush yours. I'm telling you, you would just be surprised. I mean, with everything, like even with food, like I've been friends with people like along the years who I've had the pleasure of watching them cook. And sometimes over the years, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you are not cooking. Like, what is this? But they think they're cooking. Or, I mean, it just be with anything. Just remember, when you see somebody doing something that you think is like, wow, this is crazy or whatever, just think, wow, what must their level of understanding be for the task that they're trying to do? Because, I mean, and I could go on with the teeth thing because, you know, I feel like, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I feel like if you are a grown adult and you're missing a tooth or two, right?
A tooth or two.
What is it that is stopping you from addressing that problem? Because, and I say this because it's not like people will be like, oh, well, everybody doesn't have insurance or everybody doesn't have money. I disagree. Everybody might not have insurance, but I feel like as a people, we come up with money to pay for the shit that we want to do. Like, people be traveling, people be getting passports, people be like buying weed, like people be like going to the movies, buying bottles, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot get a tooth to replace the one that is missed. Like, why is that not important? I'd be confused about that. But like I said, it's just the level of understanding, and that's why that stuff be. I be looking up stuff on the internet too. Like, sometimes I'll get like interested in something, and I'll be like, oh, let me see. I got to get my teeth cleaned tomorrow. Let me look at some teeth cleanings, and I'll be like, whoa.
Yo, okay. I know I'm not the only one. I be watching stuff like, like teeth cleanings or like, the chiropractic joints where they're cracking somebody's back, or even those pimple popping videos. No, I'm not into like the real big weird ones. And some of this stuff I feel like AI is taking over with these. It's really gross. But yeah, I watch that stuff like the
I mean,
the people
because
get cleaned and the just like even I've
you can look
stuff.
up anything because we live in the age now where somebody has encountered it. Back when we were growing up, you might find a video on natural hair. You might, right? Like, I mean, not might.
Yeah.
You definitely could, but then it just wasn't as much of a plethora of things as it is now. Like, man, you could just look up anything. You want to know what I was looking up before we went live?
What were you doing online?
Well, I was looking
up
how to write certain letters because I'm trying to decide what, you know how you decide what your handwriting is. Well, I don't know if everybody does this, but I'll be like, I want my handwriting to look like this. And
yes.
So then I practice
can we talk about that for a second? Go ahead.
I did this today.
Oh, wow. Put it up to the screen again to the camera.
Huh?
Look at your handwriting. Put it up to the camera.
Hold on, let me find another page or whatever.
That's dope. You were using those fountain pens?
Absolutely. This is just a messy page or whatever, but I was looking up how to write certain letters because, certain letters just look different sometimes. Like, it depends on what your, you can write an A, a different E is what I was looking up. How to write. I think I got a whole page of E's somewhere. Yeah, look, all these E's. I was trying to figure out how to write. But yes, since you mentioned it, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, guys. But that's what I was doing online today. But I got these beautiful fountain pens, and let me tell you how excited I was about them because when I got home, I was like, okay, I definitely remember when I used to like practice my handwriting and stuff. But I used to use like a where's that other? Oh, I used to use something like this, like something with like a little fine tip thing or whatever. Yeah. But this is good, so I actually just use this. But these babies right here, I was so excited about these because I don't know, I was just excited. I was like, oh, I'm about to start practicing. So I was looking on Facebook, and it's just like certain people that pop up on my TikTok or pop up on my Facebook that they're other creators that I just always engage with, and I'll just like whatever they're doing, and I'll make a comment or whatever. And so this one girl was writing with a Bic, and I was just like, oh. But I felt what she was saying.
The pageantry of it all.
Like the way that you write, is affected by the pens you have. I was like, absolutely. And I was like, in fact, my sister just gave me some pens. And I put them on my bed, and I took a picture or whatever. And after I posted, I was like, then I was like, what the hell are you doing right now? But I was so excited. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do when I get off here too. I'm going to continue to figure out how I want certain letters to look, because I don't like I don't know, I just don't like the number 4. I have to figure out how I want to write. Do I want to open number 4? Or do I want to close number 4? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then I found a video today of a teacher. She had this whiteboard and she made all her students, and even some of the teachers, she was like, come up here and write a 4. And they all wrote 4s. And some people, it's just so interesting how everybody wrote it differently. Some people wrote it without picking the pen up and the marker up. And some people did it in 2 or 3 strokes. And every so often, if somebody wrote it like awkwardly weird, like somebody wrote it backwards, but that's how they did it. Like, she was like, whoa, do that again. What? You know, and I was just like, why am I watching this?
I mean, it's fascinating. These are the things that we love to watch online. Those be the videos that be getting like 10, 20 million views.
Because you're watching them over and over. Like, oh, let me see.
Writing something on a board is something so, and you know, like we're in they call it the attention economy. Actually, we're in this space where if masses of people are paying attention to something, it's worth money. You know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting. It's not even necessarily that everybody has to come to the table with money. You can come to the table with your attention, and whatever you're focused on is going to be making someone some money.
Hopefully, that's what David said today. He was like, if you find yourself just scrolling on the internet, then you are the product.
Yeah.
The people are marketing to you.
Oh man, that sounded like a wolf. That sounded like a wolf in grandma's clothing type of shit. Like, oh my God, like somebody just crept up on me, like ding, ding, ding. You're what we're searching for.
Yeah, because I definitely have my moments.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what? We're gonna get into it later in this, but it's a reason that this, you know, that social media has turned into what it has, because it's lucrative for somebody, right? It's not happenstance. It's like, oh yeah, all these people are doing this, let me buy some. Here, can I buy some of that from you? And then it becomes a business. And that's the American dream. That's the global dream, I think.
And it's levels, because it's not even just like, you know, like the things that we're trying to do, right? I mean, I've told you about the things some of the other things that I watch on YouTube. Like, people actually pay to drop people off panels. People actually come up with hundreds of dollars to do stuff like that, or they have like cooking competitions. Like, it's just so crazy. But what you say is the attention. It's the attention that people are paying for. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Like, and when you look at it like that, it's like, it's so easy to make money online. Like,
I think the first thing that it takes, though, is some authenticity and some direction of like what it is that your voice is saying. Like, you don't even need to know specifically, but the clearer you get, I feel like the closer you get to the paycheck of it all. But it's like, the more you know what you're actually talking about or what you're saying, the more you know about that, the more you have a better product that people are willing to invest in.
I think it's even simpler than that. I think you don't even actually have to be right. You don't even actually have to, you just have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you can be consistent, I mean, you could come on here and disagree with everybody every day, and I bet you people would pay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Yeah. Like, I can see somebody right now talking about $10. Come up here and disagree with me. We'll debate.
Oh, yeah. People love that. Studies have been done.
I mean, but even just people out here being controversial. It's like they might not even believe what they're saying, but it gets people upset enough to come in and engage. And there you have it.
You know, there was a study that was done. Oh, man. Now I'm going to have to look this up. There was a study that was done where back in like the 60s, the 1960s or something like that, where they rated all of these emotions that people would have and what people responded to the most. And people, you know, obviously you love and people like sex and things like that. But the things that made people irritated were that was the emotion that people wanted to hang on to the most. And it makes so much sense to me, because people love to be irritated. It's like they will start fights online. They'll go and push back. They'll be like, "What did you say?"
They will literally seek out a channel that they don't like, watch it, and then complain about what they're like. You literally took your finger and came to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Something that you already know you don't like. It's so weird to even watch it happen, because it's like, when you really think about what you're doing, it's like you don't even know these people. Number one, you probably don't know the people online, right? But you are somewhere where you don't like, but you're arguing and you're there for the fight or the disagreement. You know what I'm saying? It's just so weird to watch, because it's like, I be thinking to myself, whose family member is this? And what are they doing? Because imagine if you came over here to see me and I'm arguing online with somebody that I don't even know.
Right.
And then I have the nerve to turn to you and be like, come here, see this.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, look, I did find out that.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. There was a study that was done.
Oh my God.
The instrumental emotion regulation. I don't know. Study led by Dr. Maya Tamir. And it demonstrated that people don't always seek pleasure under the right conditions and deliberately choose to feel irritated or angry.
That's
if
crazy.
I know.
Like, you're literally choosing to be irritated. Like, that's why I'm laughing so hard, because it's like, even like at the person's most heightened, like irritating point, they never realized that they did it to themselves. Like, what are you doing?
Like, somebody else is affecting you. That's not true. You're choosing to feel that way. You bought in. You've bought into the lie.
And then I start thinking about all the stuff that you could be doing, or all the stuff that you're ignoring while you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Have you showered? Have you eaten? Like, do you have kids? Like, what's your husband doing? What's your mom doing? Like, what is happening while you're doing this? And I don't know. It's just so funny to me. And then I'm thinking about, okay, let's take it to another thing. I'm talking about online videos, or comments, right? Or commenting or whatever, going back and forth. But you have the people who live in the comments just to come and do that. But then, you know what? Now that I think about it, I have seen something, and I don't know whether it was a movie, but there was like this man, and he had like all of these computers set up, like at least 5 or 6 computers set up. He was the same. Obviously, he's the person, but he's different people, in like just posting these random comments or comments arguing with people, whatever. Like, so it's like, when you really think about what you're doing, the fact that you don't even know who you're arguing with on the other end.
You're arguing with.
It's like
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was like a little white man with like a bald head, and he was like in his mom's basement or something.
With a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's actually,
you really got them mad when they keep responding back. It was like,
yo, and I know people who sit there and argue with people on the internet, and I'm like, that might not even be a real person, in the sense that somebody who like is passionate as you and disagree, and they're just gonna say things just to get you. Like, it's, in a way, if you think about it, it's like they're stealing your energy, because what are you doing?
And who knows what they're getting out of it? But it's like, why even give into that? Why even spend your energy this way? But I think some people don't even recognize that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's really the problem. But then, okay, let's move.
Okay, all right. Okay,
no, go ahead. You're on it. You cooking. Go ahead.
The other thing is, you have it's just so many different people on the internet. This is why I don't waste my time with like certain comments or bantering back and forth, because one, if I can't see you, I don't really know who you are anyway. Who cares? But these people could also be somebody who's mentally unstable, who can't be out here in the world. They're just online wreaking havoc. And here you are engaging with a person who you probably wouldn't be engaging with if you knew the real deal. But like, because you don't know, it's like people, like, our mind is gone on that part. You know, when not ours, like me and you, but like, just, you know, as a culture,
societally,
with the internet, it's like, okay, you know, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to realize that some stuff is posted or some stuff is put there to incite something in you to get you to be upset about something that has really nothing to do with you. But in these AI videos, I could go on about this because the AI videos piss a lot of people off because now they have AI doing so many different things, like the black grandmother on the side of the highway frying chicken, saying, "Here, try my food," and a white man walking up.
Oh yeah,
I saw that. Things like that are made to incite certain feelings or whatever, and you have to be able to, you have to be able to be like,
I think I feel like that's why ultimately Sora got this whatever like disassembled because it's like disassembled because it's like towards the end I couldn't even go in there because it was all these videos of like overweight people doing weird things, like not sexual things, but like it was just weird. It was overloaded with it. And had you been on there towards the end?
I haven't been on it in a while. I didn't even know it was gone.
It got
dismantled.
Last
time we were doing videos back and forth, that's the last time I went on there. I don't know. I fucking forgot.
Well, it got dismantled shortly after that because I don't know why, but it was like it turned into like a real trash app because every time you went on there was some weird thing. Like, I don't want to see this. Like, somebody created this. Somebody's sitting there creating prompts to do for this to happen. This is gross. That's another thing about AI is like people can create some real like stuff that's nonchalantly not good, but then people can create some real weird, specific stuff that I didn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? With AI, it's like, ew, why would you do that? That is not visually appealing, or it's not moral, or it's not like it's gross or something like that. It's like, ew.
I'm trying to see if I still got the app because I haven't went to it in a while.
No, it's gone. Like, I don't know if you have the app or not, but if you try to log on to the app,
I thought I had it, but I must have deleted it because I deleted it.
It's gonna be like error 404. Not 404.
No, like when we were talking about it at first, and I did a couple of videos. I don't know. Somehow I thought I forgot about it, and then it's gone. But anyway. Ouch.
No, it just says something went wrong. I just clicked on it on my phone. It says something went wrong. Yeah, it's gone. It's been gone for a few months because it was just trash stuff on there anyway. But anyway, moving on to a better, a brighter topic. This caught my eye, and I love this. This is the lovely stuff about the place that we're in, like in an economic or like a entrepreneurial environment. So this woman, and I think her name is Tori. Let me find out because I had it over here. Tori Dunlap. She's an American personal finance expert, author, speaker, content creator who self-identifies as a financial feminist. She's known for launching a campaign to save $100,000 by age 25. A goal she hit in 2019. Okay, here's what. She quit her corporate job and she transitioned into full-time financial literacy work. She is the founder and CEO of a place called Her First 100K. This is a company, right? Now, here's what's interesting. She gives her employees a full week off every quarter. The whole company slows down and pauses. Summer break starts. Okay, employees get 4 months of paid parental leave and unlimited PTO. Beautiful. Nice. They also are fully remote, and they are saying that they built the company that they wanted to work for. They also have like menstrual days. They give their employees paid menstrual leave. Oh,
wow.
I said, no, but she only has women working for her right now, so it's not like it's inequitable or whatever. But I wonder what they would do for the men. If who cares? Who even says something like that? But what are you doing for the men? Shut up, lady. Oh my God. This woman is awesome. I had to tell myself, whoever that was in my head, to shut up. What a dumb statement. But this woman right here, I love it. I love that people create companies like this, and that this is the time that we live in, that people get thought of like this as employees, like that employers actually will come out and create environments that people can work fully remote and they can have access to all of their benefits and stuff like that. And then and then be rewarded, not rewarded, but like, have the access to the time off. Man, that is so important. It's like, I love bonuses. Don't get me wrong. I love bonuses. I love, you don't love pizza parties and stuff like that, but we love the monetary recognition,
no, but
but
that's
the
because
time off.
keep your employees happy because that's your workforce. You know what I'm saying? Those are bomb benefits. Yeah. Those are bomb benefits, especially the unlimited PTO.
Man, that's good. Now, it's funny though, because I think it works, it just depends on the work environment. Sometimes people get in those environments and they don't really take any time off because they're I don't know. It's like you're in the environment where you don't want to, like, you cherish it, and you just, I don't know. Some people don't take the paid time off when they have it unlimited, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, I know one company that had that I used to try to work at all the time for that reason alone. I was like, let me just see if they have. I used to always look for their jobs and be like, let me just see if they have anything that I could do.
Let me just see.
It was Ernst and Young, but they never had anything that I was like doing. So, but yeah.
Well, yeah. So this lady is dope. I'm so glad for her company. Her first 100K is what it's called. Because this is what I'm saying. This is the type of workplace culture that things like like AI and other tools that we have in place now can provide us. We're coming into a level of like, or a sort of like phase in humanity where we're not having to rely on going out, getting a job, like having to show up to that job. Like, there's so many other ways to
make money.
Dreams. Yeah. That it's like, this is a dope time in life. So yeah. Okay, now let's get into this whole Kier Gaines thing. Now, I love Kier Gaines because he's from around the way. Okay, guys, I don't know, but he was on.
Is his channel name changed now? Because his channel name used to be. I mean, his social media handle used to be Kier and them, like kind of how we say. It's like in the way that we talk in DC, right? Like Dave and them, Johnny and them was down the street. Kier and them, and it was him and his wife and their child or whatever. But I just love him. But go ahead. I didn't even mean to interrupt like that.
No, you didn't interrupt. I was just looking up some stuff about him because I know he's from the area, but I just don't want to get anything wrong. He's a licensed therapist, but I came to know him through social media, and then James apparently knows him. But he's like, he's known publicly on the internet for sure about speaking about mental health and like being a good dad. Like, we see his content about him and his family. So his wife's name, I'm gonna get it wrong, but I think it's Naomi. Noemi. I don't really know.
Or Naomi. I can't remember which one.
Well, beautiful lady. They have a YouTube channel, and they probably are somewhere on Instagram or TikTok, whatever. But Kier Gaines, he's widely known on the internet. I've really enjoyed this. So now he's on Mel Robbins. I saw today. Nice. I don't know when this actually published today. Let me share this. I keep taking the screen down. That's why it's like 2 and 3 clicks to get it back up. But I love to see, especially people who make it from around the DMV. But he's on Mel Robbins, and he's talking about why people feel drained all the time. And he's talking about that social media and all of these things that we engage in are not designed to serve our mental health. They're actually designed to be, economically, sound for the people who own those companies. But it's not about our emotional well-being. So he's just basically calling that out, like what these platforms are designed for and what you have to be careful about. But he has a Substack. I feel like he just recently wrote something. I don't know if it was a book.
All right, explain to me what a Substack is. I know it's like a message board or old school blog or something like blog or what is it? Because our cousin has one, and I signed up for it just to be supportive. But I've read one thing over there, but I keep hearing people say, check out my Substack. What is that?
Okay, I just know. I haven't been over there. I've seen like a couple of things over there, but I know it's like a publishing platform, and you can publish. So a lot of I came to know about Substack through some people that I work with who publish like op-eds and white papers and stuff like that, and they're talking about research. So that's how I came to know about it. But then I come, by the time the election cycle was underway, I found out a bunch of people who I will follow, like political folks, they had Substacks. And that's when I was like, so then I realized it's kind of like, from what I understand, it's kind of like a paywall that you could create too. So like it's a publishing platform, but if you create like writings and things like that, you can publish it directly to your audience and like monetize off of it. So it's kind of like Patreon a little bit.
That's what Rayshawn is doing.
Video component too. I feel like you can put content like, I feel like it's not just
because Rayshawn has one, and I joined it like out of support or whatever. But the gist of what I'm reading, well, I've only read a couple of them. I need to go back and look at some more. But he used to be in the church, and so he is untangling the fact that it's not what he thought it was, and so he's writing about that. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. But anyway, back to Kiera Gaines.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm glad you brought that up because I gotta follow that what you were just talking about. But yeah, Kiera Gaines, dope. He has a podcast. He talks about parenthood, fatherhood, mental health and stuff. Obviously, because he's a licensed therapist. But it's good to see him on Mel Robbins. And I love, what, people be hating on Mel Robbins. People be hating on everybody, to be honest with you. But what I've realized Mel Robbins does, and what he's doing here too, is that they're breaking down scientific information in the most basic understanding. So like, even if you don't need it to be broken down like that, it's just nice to hear it like that sometimes. It's just like, Mel Robbins will repeat something that her guest said, they said it, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I just want to slow down right there and say that again." It's like, "Oh wow, I see what you did there," because now I feel what you're saying. It's like, you can hear an hour of somebody talking, but then when somebody's like, "Wait a minute, let's slow down and say that again," I'll be like, "Yeah, okay." So I see Mel Robbins for what she does, like. She's just making things digestible. It's not like she's some
consistent.
Yeah, she's the one showing up.
She could probably pick, like she probably does that now because she knows, this is going to be something that can be cut out. Like this is the short form content. This is the short. You know what I'm saying? She can eyeball that now. But when I saw the thumbnail this morning. I was like, I know that's right. I know that.
Yeah, I loved it. I think it got released today because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, this is dope." Mel Robbins has reached media like I've made it level.
Has Kev on stage been on it yet?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
This is a good one. I love him because he kind of does what I try to do, and I don't think I do a good job at it. Whatever, is like. Being from DC, you be having to talk proper a lot when you're trying to do something. And so I liked him because he kept it all the way, like, all the way. I was like, that's what's up. Yeah. He's educated, but that doesn't mean he can't talk out wherever he's from. You know what I'm saying? How it is where he's from. So I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. It's like, look, I feel like it's one of those things where if you are comfortable with yourself, you're just going to represent. And I love it when people represent. And I feel like we're getting to the point too, as even as Black people for sure, where it's like, I don't care what y'all think, young. I don't care what the rest of the people think. We're not a minority everywhere, but we're in the place that we are a minority, in the places that we are a minority, it's like y'all don't get it, and it's cool.
And then the thing about it is your judgment says more about you. So if you look at a person and you think this and you don't even know that they have, degrees or they've done this, they started this, like, you shut yourself off from that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you didn't like the way that they talked, or you didn't like the fact that they were Black, or whatever the case may be, it's like, we no longer have time to even focus on that. However, we do need to be diligent in being safe, but think whatever you want to think. You know what I'm saying? Think whatever you want to think.
Yeah. It's like we're coming into this, and that's the other great thing about just being able to have platforms where you're able to express yourself creatively, because it's like there is a need for that. There's a need for diversity, and like, having people share their stories and experiences. But anyway, to that point, he's talking about here how the attention economy, like these companies are paying money, and like you had said about David Shands earlier, saying that like if you're scrolling, you are the product. That is what he's talking about right here. Your attention is worth money to these corporations. You are the ones, like, I'm not saying you, like it's me too, guys. Okay, I'm saying it like when we're scrolling and we're just like looking at all the stuff that's 40% off and 60% off, or oh, this new product came out, it's low stock, right? Or just like these certain things that'll kind of get us to buy or 3 for a certain price. It's like we are the mark. But obviously that type of activity doesn't leave you feeling great either, because that's not what it's designed to do. They're not looking out for our mental health. They're trying to sell their products. So we have to be thinking about taking care of ourselves and understanding, what we're doing online for real.
Facts. And like I said, that video you sent earlier was good, and I'm gonna go and watch this one too. I have it in my. So when I get up in the morning, I like put stuff in my watch history, and then when it's time for me to watch something, I'll be like, all right, let me go back and see what I said I was gonna watch.
Yeah, I love doing that, because it's like it's something to watch for every time that you're doing something, whether you're doing housework or like sitting at like there's some type of work that I can do where I can listen to stuff, and like you have your different types of content for your different scenarios. But okay, on to the next
really
story.
Quick. I just want to say something really quick. This is you just made me think about this, because one of the things, like, I love working remote, but one of the things that I can't stand is that people who call you and they could have sent an email. Now, this probably is just me that thinks like this or whatever, but if I'm already online and I've been emailing you and you see that I've been responding timely, right? There's no reason for you to call me, because this is what I got to do when you call me. I got to turn off whatever podcast I'm listening to, or whatever video I'm into, or whatever. I got to turn the music in the background off, because what I do is the first thing I do, my Alexa just automatically comes on at a certain time, because she knows what time she's supposed to come on. That's playing in the background, so that when I go out in the kitchen to do something or whatever, I got some entertainment there. And then, so when you call me, I have to turn off my podcast, I have to turn off my music, and then I have to focus on why you're calling me. And then just for me to realize that you could have just sent me an email, that irritates me. So if you are the type of person that likes to call people that work from home, make sure it's a really good reason that you're calling, because you're messing up the vibes, okay? You're messing up the vibes.
It's a blower.
And my productivity, okay?
It's a blower. The way my eyes
that's such a complaint that is like so not really a bad complaint, but at least I get to do it from home.
It's such I'm about to up your ante, but it's such a bad rule. It's like, oh God, the eye roll that takes place when I'm getting called by somebody, and it's a little better when they ask, like, hey, you have a time for a call? Because then at least I have the opportunity to exercise a boundary.
For you.
Somebody cold calls me out of nowhere. It's so irritating to me. Now, if it's something that's like, oh, this needs your attention, like, I can't get in, or I don't know, right? Like, there's something that's starting right now, I need your help. That's one thing. Call me. But if it's something that's like you said, it could have been an email, I'd be so irritated. Like, what? This is so offensive to me that you've chosen to reach in.
Like, what now?
To my schedule. You have chosen to perch yourself up on the choice table of how my time is being spent. And now I'm, honestly looking at you like you're losing some privileges right now. I can't let you have access to my schedule.
This better be good. This better be
good. And if you do it too many times, I'm going to stop answering your first call. Okay, but anyway, neither here nor there, but it's so offensive. But you know what? This is what I was saying. I was going to up your ante. I remember when we were in the office, man, and there was this one person that I worked with, and she used to send an email and come right down the hallway.
And
be like, hey, see my email? And I'll be like, you know what? No, let's read it together. Because you have, like you're being so pushy that I don't even have time to respond. You may as well just came down here, and then we'll read your email, and then I'll tell you, like, I'll get to you when I have an answer. Like, no, I haven't read your email. That's one thing that
the one you just sent. No, I did not, and I will literally. That's a good thing. Let's read it together, or you repeat everything that you said in the email. But then at the same time, it's like, if you knew you were going to come down here, now I have a problem with how you process stuff, because why would you waste your time typing the email if you was just going to come down here anyway? Why didn't you just
Hey, I just sent you an email. What?
It's still in there. Like, yeah, it's still in there. How can I help? Like, what the hell?
Wait a minute, are you hand delivering your email? Is this you hand delivering your email?
They used to answer me like, I picture stuff. So I just picture you typing up the email, backing out the office, and taking one of those little pointer fingers and pressing it, and then running down the hall trying to see if you beat the email to my office. Like, why are you doing this? What do you want?
Did you get it? Did you? And then you look, because mine got a 30-second delay, so it's possible that the person could have got down the hall and been like, and it'd just be pinging like. Ding.
I'm telling you, those people that do that, their priorities are all fucked up. Because why are you wasting your time sending an email if you're going to go to the office anyway? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it was crazy. But okay, all right. Look, we only got 2 more things to talk about, and then we're going to come back next week because we have some stuff that we're going to keep talking about, like the YouTube stuff and a couple of other things. But right now, I wanted to bring this up because you said that you had thoughts about this, and we both grew up watching the show, but now Brandy is remaking, or she redid the theme song for A Different World. So Netflix is doing, I guess, a version of The Different World. I didn't even know that. It's releasing in September. I mean, I didn't know that before I read this post. Now I obviously knew that after I saw that, but I didn't even know that A Different World was getting a reboot until I heard the Brandy news. So
that's why.
What did you think? You didn't like it?
Well, I have to admit, I haven't listened to it like full on completely because I didn't hear the whole thing. I saw something like this. I didn't see this post, but I saw maybe it was this post, but I saw a post, or maybe I saw a video or something, but I heard snippets of it, and then it was like, who was talking? Was it Chris Summers? I don't know. Somebody was saying that, maybe because Jalissa, what was her name? What was her real name? The lady who
Jalissa.
She wrote it, right? And then Aretha Franklin sang it.
Yeah.
And so they were like, well, they were supposed to change it every year, but after she did it, they was like, we might as well just leave it. And then they did the Boys to Men version.
Yeah, that's your
season. But I'm just like, it's like the Power song, right? Did it really need to be remade? Like, is it gonna be as catchy and good? Because the first one hit so hard, you gotta be coming. Like, it's Brandy, so I know she can sing. You know what I'm saying? So I have high hopes for it, but then I just have I haven't heard it in its entirety. But my whole thing is like, is it better than the original?
Yeah. I hear
because when they did that with Power had the
Joe and Trey Songz.
When they changed it, it was like that season they changed it. Everybody was so mad they had to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? They had
that Joe thing.
Back. So
that Joe joint was off the chain. Like I'm not gonna shout out Trey Songz. Apparently he doesn't treat people well sometimes, but yeah. So I'm not gonna shout him out, but when Joe did the Power theme song, it was much better. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with the Trey Songz version. It just
hit
good. It's classic. Joe's version just like totally embodied, like it embodied the show's essence. And I didn't like the other version. And you know, I did, and this was not even like in light of the branding news, but like recently we were just doing this because we have this little chat at our at my job that our team like talks into, and we put up music videos on Fridays sometimes. And we just recently did like a theme song video. So we were doing cartoons. We did a different world. Well, no, we didn't do a different world. Actually, we might have, but we did like Dynasty and like some of the funny cartoons that we used to watch and just stuff that you just remember. And in that sort of like time, I was looking up the different world because Three's Company is a really good one too. That's one of my favorites. But I looked up a different world, and there's a video on YouTube that has all the versions on one video, and the first one is done. I don't think Julissa was singing that. I think it was somebody else, but she likely wrote it. But then Aretha Jones was just bomb. Like, why would you change it? But then the Boyz II Men Jones was bomb too.
But one of the things that I learned from Omar was I always mess up his name. And he was talking about the intros that people were doing, right, for their podcast or whatever. And it's like they showed like the same thing. Eric Thomas saying the same thing, right? And, you know, whatever it is, his intro is, whatever. It's like the shows that we used to watch back in the day, the same intro. So it's like it's benefit in like not changing something and keeping it the same because it keeps continuity or whatever. It's something about that solidifies it. But like I said, it better be good. It better be good.
Yeah.
It's like the Beyonce Before I Let You Go. It's not a bad song, but
it's not a bad song, but it's not the original.
It doesn't bang more than the original. So it's like, I still need to listen to the original after I listen to yours. Yours is making me think of the original. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely here for a different world. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm down for that. So I'm sure we'll be talking about it once it comes out.
I'm certain of it. It's September 24th, I think it says. So hey, look, we got something to look forward to on Netflix. There's one last thing that I think I'm gonna cover, even though I thought about not. Oh, actually, we talked about these lantern flies. Apparently, we're supposed to be killing these things, but I'm not even going to talk about that right now. I want to talk about this because, unfortunately, we're here in life where Blueface, Krishan Rock, and this lady Nivea or whatever are just, all over our feeds. And look, we don't condone these people's behavior and just this weird, like, polygamous situation that they have. Like, we don't care, but the idea is like they keep showing up on our feed, so we're here, we're talking about it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it doesn't seem like he likes her to me. It's just, I don't know. And cause see, I can't decide what is real and what's not with this streaming stuff, because like there was something where she got to move in a week, and just how he be talking to people, and I don't know. Now he's back with Krishan, and he was with her this weekend, and then he was over there with her. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. I don't know.
It's weird, but he is pretty consistent when it comes to disrespecting these women. I just don't understand how they expect something different from him, because this young lady right here was upset that he went back with Krishan. And now I was, I don't know why it surprised me, but I was just like, yeah, this is just never going to be it.
It surprised me.
You? Yeah, it surprised
me because I felt like she had been away for so long. But then I watched this because she met Clarissa Shields. She's been doing her fighting thing or whatever. And so I've been watching her work out and stuff like that. But I watched the stream where she was like, he co-parents all the time. Like, he be over here. I just don't put it on camera. or he be, he always doing this, he always doing that. And I was like, oh, so they've been fucking with each other, fucking back with each other. But then I was confused because I guess I've been not watching it for a while. That there was something, I thought there was something about him not being the father. Like, is he now the father? Like, I don't know what's happening with that. So
I don't know either. He had made some reference to the idea that, like, oh, he wanted a paternity test or something, but I don't even know how that turned out. But when that happened, in my mind as a woman, I was thinking like, oh, they're done, they're over, because you're not getting ready to say that this isn't your child and we're gonna be together again.
See, but that's where I say that it's a difference in the generations, because we look at the internet as a door being open or exposure, like a window, like people can see in here, so clean up or do this or whatever. But in their mind, it's like, oh, just turn the camera on. It is what it is. Or we might even say something that's not true, but the people are gonna get riled up over it. And like he made, like I heard somebody say he made $50,000 this weekend from doing the streams that he did with them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he made money off of them, but are they making? She might be making the same money, but this other girl is like, so his house is set up with his cameras, right? And so sometimes she would be at the thing doing videos or talking to the camera about, oh my God, he over here or he doing this. And then he came home this weekend and found her like doing voodoo or some shit, supposedly. And it's just, I don't know what to believe. I don't know, but we are in the age where people would sign up, because in our mind, it's like, who would sign up to do something like that? But people are doing it. They're doing it. So she about to have a baby any day, I guess.
Oh, so I'm just looking this up on Gemini. I've heard that, I don't know, we need to talk about what is your current AI stack. We'll talk about that next time, but I've been looking at Google Gemini for like news and stuff like that. Not news, but like when I need to research something and I'll look it up and they'll have the sources in there. That's why I like that. But they've gotten a lot better. But so, yeah, he denied. Krishan Rock, her son is named after her. His name is Krishan Jr. And she has consistently said that Blueface is the father. But Blueface has had an ongoing public dispute and conflicting statements. So he questioned openly whether he was the father. In December 2023, he claimed on social media that he conducted a DNA test showing he was not the father. That's when the magazine is saying that. So in December 2023, he said that the child was born in, I think, September of 2023. So a few months later, he's online talking about that's not his son.
Yeah, because her ex-boyfriend that got killed, they're saying that it could have been his.
And then he denied it again in March of this year. So you're talking about somebody named Ronnie Doe.
Yeah, and they were saying that she set him up, but yeah, he got killed. He did an interview before he got killed, though. But he was saying, if I can remember right, that she was, playing dudes against each other or whatever, and it was said that she was involved in the reason why he wasn't. I don't know.
And his murder is still unsolved. His name was Prophet. So that's interesting. He died 17 months ago, and because that was what I was thinking, like he had to die recently, because if he was supposed to be the dad, then it was, he was around at least until, Anyway, the point is, his murder has gone unsolved. Wow, I guess he was in Maryland.
Yeah, Baltimore, because she's from Baltimore.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, well, look, I don't know. We're not following this, but in this story, now I've reported some disturbing things out about this group. I sound old as I don't know what, this group of young people. But in this particular scene, it was some craziness going on. So I don't know. I wasn't there. But the waiter approached the table asking if they were smoking. Are you guys smoking? You know what I'm saying? Because we had to move another table. And they were like, yeah, I really did appreciate the way he handled this, though. Because he was like, no, that's actually bad service for you to ask us that.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not smoking. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, my son is here. What are you talking about? Now, I'm assuming that they were not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it would be really
Because
funny
she's
if it
pregnant,
came out.
so if it was him. But
Yeah, of course she wasn't smoking. But they was talking about somebody smoking at the table, and they just the way he came over there and said it all matter of factly, like, hey, are y'all smoking? It's like, don't assume that we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be asking me that. So
I
he
mean, but
basically
considering
told
these
the guy,
people,
like,
we never know
bad
what the
service.
hell they might have been doing.
It is bad service for you to talk to me like that. I'm here as a paying customer. Get out of here with this. But anyway, the other food looks good too, the salmon. Anyway, look, that's all we have for today, guys. And you know what? I can't wait to come back next week because I got a fire lit up under me. I've already been working on content. I released content today. I got something I'm going to work on that's going to be released tomorrow, and I'm really excited about this. It's like, you know, it's just like it's not anything that's scary to me or frustrating to me. It's just like, okay, well, I had always intended to do this. Now I've got enough of a heads up where I can actually do something about it. And then yeah, let's go ahead and get monetized now while it's still
do it
easier. I still think 8,000 is not horrible. Like if you plan on doing this for a while, like you need to get to that level. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna get more than 4,000 anyway, so
yeah. Otherwise, you're talking small potatoes, I think. But again, that's another reason why we're pointing out that that's not the only stream of income involved with having a YouTube channel. But anyway, I digress. We go back and forth about this. Look, guys, it's been wonderful to talk to you this evening. I can't wait to talk to y'all next week after whatever happens next week happens. We're just like, we're out here surviving the algorithm just like you guys.
I agree.
Do you want to leave with anything?
No, I think we talked about a lot. We will see y'all next week with more topics. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend to come watch somebody's cousins.
Yes. All right. See y'all next week. Peace. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace.